We're taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. and Baltimore City dishing out millions of dollars to nonprofits. But how are those groups spending that money? We're going to take a look at how your tax dollars are being spent. And a heated debate in Anne Arundel County over what teachers can and cannot display in the classroom. Ahead, hear from parents and teachers on both sides of the proposed policy change. And the 4th of July set to bring record-breaking travel. We'll take a look at how much your gas is going to cost this year compared to last. Fox 45 News Midday starts right now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us here at Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Taylor Stewart. We're starting off now with some breaking news. A firefighter dead after becoming trapped in a house fire in St. Mary's County. Now, this is according to our sister station in D.C. The firefighter was on the home's first floor and fell into the basement. It happened early this morning before sunrise in Leonardtown. And a fire at an apartment complex in Bel Air is being blamed on lightning during last night's storms. One woman who lives at the apartment says the fire started during the storm and quickly spread.
I was sitting reading a book and all of a sudden I started smelling smoke. It had been thundering and lightning. And so I got up and I went to my bedroom because that's where it was coming from. And when I got to the bedroom, well, I could smell it was smoke. So I ran out of the bedroom and then I ran into the kitchen. And I looked out the blind and all I saw was flames and I just started screaming fire. And then I went and started banging on doors, left my unit, grabbed my coat and my purse, and I just started yelling fire and banging on all doors and trying to get everybody out.
We're told it took nearly 75 firefighters to douse those flames. Now, when it comes to responding to emergencies like fires, there's growing concern about the shortage of first responders here in Baltimore City. Despite the shortage of first responders, the city is doling out millions of dollars to nonprofit groups. But it's still not exactly clear how that money is going to be used. Shannon Lilly is outside of City Hall with the calls for accountability for your tax dollars.
Well, the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement recently announced it is now allocating another $13 million in ARPA funds to these community organizations. And it comes as Fox 45 News has been investigating where this money is going, and especially one nonprofit that is now accused of misusing those federal dollars. And we are talking about Lazarus Right. It's a nonprofit which helps ex-offenders with reentry. Christopher Irvin is the founder. Earlier this year, the city granted the nonprofit a $1.6 million contract under the Mayor's Clean Corps program, which allocated $15 million of the city's COVID relief funding to nonprofits tasked with hiring crews to help pick up trash across the city. But Irvin's contract was ultimately canned, the contract termination letter claiming Lazarus Right misused up to $267,000 taxpayer dollars. Councilman Yitzi Schleifer says more should be done to prevent wasting your money.
We definitely have to make sure that when money's going out the door and it's taxpayer money, that it's met with the proper transparency and accountability.
Well, Councilman Schleifer has proposed a bill that would create a more robust oversight system for when public dollars are given to private companies to hopefully prevent these very situations from happening. In the meantime, we asked the mayor's office if the nonprofit was properly vetted by the city. We got this response right here. They say, quote, the Lazarus Right Incorporated was a partner nonprofit that successfully cleaned their awarded neighborhoods, but struggled with fiscal compliance. In alignment with the monitoring and oversight controls in place for all Clean Corps partners, the contract with Lazarus Right was terminated. Meanwhile, Fox 45 News found documents revealing Irvin filed for bankruptcy just months before the city handed him a more than $400,000 check. Reporting from City Hall, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News.
Now, when it comes to first responders in the city, between equipment not working and jobs just not filled, there may not be enough support to respond to emergencies.
Baltimore City Fire Department, 0700 hours. The following units are out of service. Truck 5, Truck 8.
Now, those are the sounds of dispatchers Saturday sounding the alarm about a long list of equipment which was technically out of service because no one could operate it. The president of the Firefighters Union, Matt Koster, says staffing is at a critically low level.
They're not going to sign up for overtime every weekend in the summer. It's not going to happen.
It's no secret we have a huge workload.
Now, currently, the city has 130 vacancies for firefighters, 63 for paramedics, and those currently on staff are reaching a breaking point. Administrators say the department did ask City Hall for a slice of the $641 million in federal COVID funds to help with the shortage, but they were not awarded anything. All right, here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, the Baltimore City Council will hold an investigative hearing with BGE. This is about the utility company's plans to put gas regulators on people's homes. Last week, 3 taxpayers arrested for blocking BGE equipment in protest. Now the council says it wants answers.
They say the best way to install them to be safe is outside. So BG&E got to explain to the council, to the community, what is safe. If you already installed them inside the house and you say the safest is outside, what about those ones that have been installed inside the house? And it has not been a clear understanding of that. The contractors say one thing, BGE say another thing, so the idea is we need to ask those hard questions to find out.
When it comes to the city council hearing on this matter, the date has not yet been set, but Councilman Robert Stokes tells Fox 45 News he hopes to have the hearing in the next few weeks. Trending number 2, it's been more than a month since Baltimore city officials unveiled a plan to enforce a youth curfew. And we're learning, though, that not a single child has been taken to those youth connection centers. That's according to the Baltimore Sun. Brian Doherty, a spokesperson for Mayor Brandon Scott's office, says that the city's outreach effort is working, but according to the Baltimore Sun, he declined how many youth have been found in violation of the curfew. Trending number 3, new developments in the Marilyn Mosby trial. Court filings show her public defenders may renew a request from her previous attorneys for a change of venue. The indication comes as both the prosecution and defense request changes to pre-trial deadlines. The former city state attorney is accused of perjury, making false statements on mortgage applications. She's maintained her innocence. Trending number 4, a warning ahead of the 4th of July holiday about the potential dangers of fireworks. Howard County is hosting its annual fireworks safety demonstration. The Consumer Product Safety Commission estimates more than 11,000 people are injured each year in firework-related accidents. As a reminder, it's illegal to set off most fireworks, especially here in Maryland. Trending number 5, speaking of the 4th, AAA is forecasting this weekend to break travel records. Nearly 60 million people expected to travel more than 50 miles from home. At least 43 million of them will go by car. 4 million are expected to fly. While gas prices are down this year, airfare is up by as much as 50% over last year. Go ahead and download your Fox 45 News app for your up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, weather, anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. And still to come, when it comes to money, what does it take to be considered wealthy in America? Well, we're going to crunch the numbers for you. And a new weight loss pill could be hitting the market. How it works to similar injections without the pain. But first, new audio tapes are said to show the president admitting he held on to classified documents after leaving office. We'll let you hear the tape for yourself.
And we're getting ready for the next weather maker. We're under a marginal risk for strong to severe storms. I'll let you know the timing and threats coming up in my full forecast.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
Taking you back to the news now with a look at your social stream. We've got new developments in the federal documents probe against former President Donald Trump. Now, the valet driver for the former president is set to be arraigned today. His name, Walt Nada. He's expected to plead not guilty to 6 counts, including obstruction and concealment-related charges. It all comes as we're hearing parts of an audio clip obtained by CNN where the then president discusses with a staffer about holding on to secret documents he did not classify.
Yeah. See, as president, I could have declassified. Now I can't, but this is classified.
Now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so, look, here I have, and
well, now we're getting some word here on our social bird. One person saying Trump's defense lawyers are going to have to spin to remotely make it seem less damning. But, and I say but, as this is to be decided in court, not by mob justice. Very true here. And another one saying it's a fake recording from AI. Could happen in this day and age. All right, moving on to our next story here. New York City public school system is now overhauling its reading programs. It follows new testing that shows a rise in the number of children who are reading below grade level. The overhaul is the most significant change in the curriculum since 2001. Now, folks are weighing in. Wonder why that happened in kindergarten 3 years ago, why it didn't happen. And then this one, this is why we homeschool. Good luck. Good reading this summer, guys. Well, losing weight could be as easy as popping a pill very soon. 2 studies released by the drug maker Novo Nordisk show its pill Wegovy works just as well as its injectable version. Data shows it helped people lose about 15% of their body weight. More than 40% of Americans are considered obese. This one, shame. Pushing drugs when diet modification and exercise are proven effective and natural path to healthy body weight. Well, another person says that in the near future, when we finally understand the real cause and that not everyone can lose weight by diet and exercise alone, still up for debate, though. But we still have this ahead. Today, South Carolina's Supreme Court will hear arguments over banning access to abortion care. A closer look on who's on the court as the fight over access plays out. And leaders in one local school district could ban some pride flags from school grounds. What those on both sides of this debate are saying and when a final decision could be made. But first, coming up at noon, it's Karamo, then at 1, Sherry, followed by your Hot Bench at 2 p.m. Welcome back to Fox 45 News Midday with a live look now over Towson. Things are much calmer than we saw yesterday. Well, take a look at these photos. Jason sent us this damage in Towson. The storm's strong winds uprooting trees, sending them toppling over. We want to see your weather pictures and your videos from the aftermath of severe thunderstorms. You can go right to our website and upload them there at foxbaltimore.com/chime-in. You could see them here on air or online. Developing now, Anne Arundel County is considering a policy change to effectively ban certain flags. Now, the controversy is similar to what we saw in Carroll County last year. It's fueling a heated debate over what teachers can and cannot display in their classrooms.
For me, having a pride flag and a Black Lives Matter flag enables me to meet the social emotional needs of students. And if their social emotional needs are not met, they're not learning anything.
When you have the American flag, that's for everyone. Other flags divide and they categorize people, which brings confusion and also division and animosity. And so sticking with the American flag cuts out the confusion and helps the students to focus and be united.
Well, the school board last night opting not to make any amendments to this proposed flag ban. If approved, the policy would limit the number of flags that could be displayed on school property, banning the LGBTQ pride flag from being displayed in all of the 127 school buildings. A final vote on this decision is set for next month. Happening today, the Supreme Court could hand down the final decision in its summer session, and we're waiting on 5 major cases. That includes the use of affirmative action in college admissions, the fate of President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan, and the case of wedding Webster designer serving LGBTQ clients, a Christian mail carrier who refuses to work on Sundays, and whether state legislators can make rules for elections without being checked by state courts. Now, on a state level today, South Carolina's Supreme Court will again debate the state's 6-week abortion ban. South Carolina's Supreme Court is an all-male state court in the country and the only one. Making headlines now, it's up to a jury to decide the fate of Florida's sheriff deputy accused of failing to confront the Parkland school shooter. Surveillance video shows Scott Peterson taking shelter outside of school rather than confronting the shooter. 17 students were killed back in that 2018 attack. And the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students is due in court today for yet another hearing. Now, prosecutors announced yesterday they will seek capital punishment against Brian Kohlberger. You can get all of your Fox 45 news in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or your Echo device. We deliver your local headlines and your forecast in less than 2 minutes. So if you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. The fight continues between Baltimore residents and BGE over installing gas regulators. At 4, how the battle is escalating and the latest move from City Council. Recreational marijuana will become legal in Maryland this weekend. At 5 o'clock, we're going to break down what the new law entails. And audio of former President Donald Trump surfacing about him talking about classified documents. We have that audio. We're going to play it for you at 6. Plus, the latest from the federal court as his aide is set to be arraigned. All right, trending today, why not unplug your phone? A small island right off the coast of Finland is going phone-free this summer. It's all part of an effort to get visitors to disconnect from their smartphones and enjoy the outside scenery. Officials announcing the initiative last week, saying that digital fasting is only encouraged, not mandatory, so vacationers can still bring their phones and use them if necessary. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle. This, to me, sounds fabulous.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I like that. You know, escape from... I'm surprised, Taylor. As a young person, I thought that you would be against it. So you like to escape. I'm with you. Let's escape. Let's put the phone away. Nobody can reach you. You can just chill. Let's do it.
I agree. I mean, people will tell you on my off days I'm kind of hard to reach because I'm an in-person person.
Okay.
I'm not a texter. I'm a weird generation. I was born in your generation, they messed up the years of my birthday.
Look at that. So I'm with you because I'm first of all, I'm terrible at answering my phone. So people who call me know I never answer my phone.
Yeah, you got to call me.
Yeah, and I'm also not the best at returning text messages. So I guess
your island. This is an island for you.
I think I'm doing it already.
Anywhere you are, I guess. All right, well, let's get over to the weather. We're talking about a much calmer day than we saw yesterday, and we aren't the only ones to see storms, though. Meteorologist Jasmine Lomax shows us in Nebraska, they saw some storms, too.
Yeah, Taylor, that's right. There were several parts of the country that dealt with storms yesterday, Nebraska being one of them. Of course, we were one of the other areas. Actually, take a look at these photos from the tornado. Just incredible photos. A very thin tornado, but still enough to do some damage across parts of Nebraska. So just cool photos to see and to show. We were also dealing with storms yesterday, and unfortunately, we've got another round of storms on the way. And it's not just us. Other areas of the country looking at storms once again. We've got a few areas in orange for that enhanced risk. We're also talking a marginal risk for our area, so that's threat level 1 of 5. We're not expecting damaging winds like we had yesterday, but still there could be some gusty winds at times and even some heavy rain. Temperature is currently around 82, and it's already feeling pretty warm and a little humid outside. We've got nice and calm winds and mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures are mainly in the 70s and the 80s across the state. We are still nice and dry right now, but that is going to change as we get ready for the next weather maker. We're keeping track of this cold front that extends into the south. As it continues to move east, we'll have an increased chance for showers and storms, and that may have an impact on your evening commute. So notice we are looking at a marginal risk for much of the area. Heavy rain, some gusty winds possible. Those will be the primary threats. Just to break down the timing, that cold front slides east, and we are looking at those showers and storms moving in around 2, 3 o'clock. As we head into the evening, there could be some spots of heavy rain. If you're driving around 5, 6 o'clock, make sure that you're adding some extra time to the commute and driving safely. We'll still have a few very spotty showers once we head to about 9, 10 o'clock. But after midnight, mostly dry, and it's looking much better as we head into the day tomorrow. Today, temperatures will be around 84. That's followed by 84 again tomorrow. Upper 80s on Thursday. We've got the next chance for showers and storms on Friday, with rain chances continuing over the weekend and into next week. After that, our temperatures stay in the 80s and 90s. Back to you.
All right, still ahead, dolphins may be more like humans than we think. Coming up, the new link scientists are discovering when it comes to how animals communicate with their young. But first, a possible medical breakthrough, a vaccine to protect against cancer. How researchers say it might work and how soon it could be available. All right, do not miss this. Some scientists say a cancer vaccine could be out in the next 5 years. The shots would shrink most tumors and stop cancer from coming back. It would not prevent cancer, however. The targets for these experimental treatments include breast cancer and lung cancer. Researchers say they've also made strides for melanoma and pancreatic cancer as well. Drug makers, university researchers, and places like the National Cancer Institute are working on these vaccines. And speaking of your health, artificial intelligence is helping dentists spot more cavities and gum disease. According to Vidya Health, AI has helped lead to a 31% increase in the detection of cavities and a 24% increase in restorative treatments. And good news for renters, and this is for the first time in this year, actually, according to new data from Redfin, Realtor.com. The U.S. median rent fell in May 0.5% from last year. It's the first annual rent decline in 3 years. All right, time for your lunch break. It turns out humans aren't the only ones that use baby talk with their kids. According to a new study, mama dolphins use a more high-pitched tone when addressing their calves. Researchers recorded the signature whistles of 19 bottlenose dolphins in Florida over 3 decades. They looked at instances when the mothers were accompanied by their young, swimming alone, and with other adults. The study found that when directing the signal to their calves, they use higher range frequencies, much like baby talk. Well, that's all we have for you here at Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyles up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what you guys are working on.
Oh, that was so cute. Now, most of us put on deodorant when we get ready in the morning, but there's now a new debate over whether it should be put on before bed. We'll take a closer look, a closer smell coming up on Be More Lifestyle.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
What's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with meteorologist Jasmine Lomax and Persia Nicole from 92Q. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, what up, y'all?
Well, let me tell you right now, most of us put on deodorant when we get ready in the morning, but there's a new debate over whether you should put it on before bed. In the latest Twitter trend, users are debating the topic. Some say they put it on before bed to stay fresh, but others say you should let your skin breathe at night and only wear it in the morning. Persia Nicole, when do you put your deodorant on?
At night and in the morning. I take a shower at night before I get into bed and put deodorant on, and then I take a shower in the morning and put more on. Why wouldn't you put it on at night?
Wow. So, okay, you take the shower and put it on as you head to bed. You wake up, take a shower, and then let me tell you something. I want to smell Persia Nicole. She's got some good hygiene habits. She's fresh everywhere. My goodness, you are too clean.
Yeah, that's true.
That seems like a lot to me, but Lady T, what do you do? What's your...
But who we putting this on for?
Yeah,
who am I putting this on? Well, Persia's married. Okay, that's different.
Years, so
she's putting it on for her man, most likely.
Yes,
I was like, am I putting it on for my laptop? I don't understand why I am putting this deodorant on at night. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, I do put on some extra during the day, like before I come out here, honestly, to do the show, just because I want to smell good for you guys. I'm being super close.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to smell good. I don't want to be all up in y'all, grill, and I smell like, nothing rank.
Jasmine, I'm curious.
This is the first time I've heard of this.
Oh,
yeah, honestly, come on.
But, the dermatologist said if you're doing like an antiperspirant, you should do that at night, and then it works better when you do it in the morning.
An antiperspirant.
Interesting.
So not just a regular deodorant,
I never knew how to pronounce that. That's good.
I say antiperspirant.
That's a lot of consonants.
Okay, well, Persia Nicole, you win. We want you to tell when do you put on your deodorant? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on our lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. And at the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, if you're a kid of the 90s or you had a kid in the 90s, get ready to be transported back in time. The Furby is making a comeback. Hasbro is re-releasing the furry creature with an updated look. It hits stores next month. Lady T, you look like a Furby baby.
Oh, yeah, I had two. I had a white one, I had a green one. One's name was Teresa. I forgot what I named the boy, but yeah, I had two of them. So I'm actually excited about it coming back. I don't like how they look. They look terrifying, and that's not what they used to look like. I want them to bring the old ones back. Bring that old thing back.
Okay, Well, Persia Nicole,
okay?
Are you a furry?
Yeah,
Persia
that's
Nicole,
scary. That's not cute.
Persia Nicole looks like a Furby person, too. Are you a Furby person?
I don't like that.
You want to know something really weird? I still have all my Furbies.
Me too, Persia!
Wow.
They're downstairs, girl, in the basement.
They kind of look the same, don't they? Just with the eyes different?
No, they don't. No. As a Furby specialist, as a Furbyologist, no, they don't look the same.
The funny thing about the Furbies was sometimes they surprise you because you think the battery was dead. Then the eyes would click open and be like,
yeah, and they start talking at you.
Do you remember the Furbies?
You had money.
I had one too.
What?
Yeah, I had a Furby. I'm proud 90s baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the new ones kind of look cute. They're nice and colorful. The eyes are adorable. So I don't have a problem with it.
I never had
the Furbies the same as the Gremlins?
No, those are two different species, I think.
I'm older now. I don't know. Okay,
I remember them Gremlins. I couldn't watch that movie. It was scary.
Well, when it comes to money, what does it take to be considered wealthy in America? Well, according to a new survey from Charles Schwab, it takes $2.2 million to qualify as a wealthy person nowadays. However, nearly 2/3 say being able to enjoy healthy relationships with their loved ones better describes wealth than having a lot of money. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We're talking about the money.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So 2.2 billion, whatever million, now you're rich. Okay. Well, I used to work at 92Q, so I know Persia Nicole is the only one on the show who's
that
wealthy.
Makes that money. Yeah.
Congratulations,
it's gotta be
Persia
that.
Nicole. Must be nice.
It's gotta be that, because it's not over here. You're right.
Out my bank account real quick. Let me, what you think?
Well, we know Jasmine also is a youngster.
Meteorologist, I heard make a lot.
Yeah, millions.
2.2.
All that education.
We should.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
And Lady T just hosted the Emmy Awards. Come on. Just won the I mean, come on, Lady T, we know
I
you
didn't
got
get
that
to win
$2
anything, but
million.
listen, what I'm going to do is just going to marry so that I can get that kind of money. I'm going to marry rich is what I'm going to do.
Wow, we haven't heard
After this rat girl summer, I'm going to
this
slow
is
down.
good, y'all. We were concerned because Lady T hadn't talked about getting flued out. She hadn't talked about sugar daddies, and she hadn't
But
talked
now
about
we're going to
her
circle back to it.
Okay.
Now we're back to our normal, presentation.
And also, obviously, Lady T is in her summer dress
Do you
season.
see this?
So
yes, I got the goodies out and everything, y'all.
Fetching. Wait
this
a minute.
This is flued out gear, you guys.
Okay, so we have to stop because Persia has to go back to her top-rated show.
Yes.
Persia, go check her out on 92Q, but don't leave us. And again, we'll see you guys later in the show.
That's right.
And of course, still ahead, she's a wealthy woman, and her wealth is about to rise. Coming up, the big news Rihanna is sharing about her clothing line, and understanding your health means knowing more than just the numbers on the scale. We'll tell you about the new 12-in-1 fitness helper. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Stacey Bell from America's Steals and Deals is here with a new way to level up your health and wellness routine. Let's see what she's discovered.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
If you're like me and everybody in your house is on a health journey, this Counto digital scale is really going to help you maintain a healthy lifestyle. I did a lot of research and I'm so excited about this. I'm going to show you what you get when you bring it home. But it is a digital scale and it gives you 12 different body measurements, not just your weight, because our weight really fluctuates. So this is going to give you more information, like you'll get your BMI, your bone index, and your basal metabolic rate. And if you're a new mom, it's really cool because there's a baby growth setting and you can put it in baby mode. And if you're an athlete, like I have a lot of muscle men in my house, you can also measure your muscle mass. I don't like getting on a scale. I do not, but knowledge is power, and this gives me so much information. It's really been a game changer with my health along that journey. This pairs with any smartphone, so you can take all of that data on this scale, and it's going to be on your app. Now, let me tell you how this works. The science is a little bit much. The scale can measure all these things. All you got to do, you step on it. It uses bioelectrical impedance, which measures how easily an electrical signal can move throughout your body. I know it's a lot, but that signal is going to move faster through muscle, so it can help you track what's muscle and what's fat. This is such a great deal and a cool product. Right now, we're offering 38% off the Counto scale. Head over to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by the Nissan Foundation.
From visiting your local library to helping organize neighborhood activities, Community Connections can give anyone a sense of belonging, better self-esteem, and access to new experiences. Chandra Vassar of the Nissan Foundation joins us to discuss the work of Nissan Foundation grantees who are fostering curiosity, leading to acceptance and celebration of our differences.
The Nissan Foundation was created in 1992 as a thoughtful response to the civil unrest and protests that followed the Rodney King trial verdict. Nissan resolved to create a foundation with a singular mission of building community by valuing cultural diversity. In our 31 years history, we have awarded nearly $16 million to 150 nonprofits who share our mission with programming that promotes a greater appreciation of our cultural diversity. This year, I am excited to announce that we are awarding $1.2 million to 39 grantees doing the work day in and day out to build inclusive communities. A sample of some of those grantees includes the Native American Indian Association of Tennessee. Our grant supports their annual powwow, which provides a cultural and education experience to the public to learn about the history of Native Americans. We are also supporting the two Mississippi museums, an interconnected Museum of Mississippi History and Civil Rights Museum. Our grant ensures that all school-age children have the opportunity to visit the museums free of charge at least once during their K-12 education. And a third nonprofit that we are supporting is the Children's Museum of Manhattan's Gateway to World Cultures. This program exposes children and their caregivers to the arts through a variety of cultures and cultural traditions. The Nissan Foundation is always looking to support nonprofits who share our mission. Individuals can inspire change in their own communities by having conversations and curiosity. And when you combine the curiosity and the conversation, you are able to learn and embrace a different perspective and different cultures. And when we all contribute to this sort of learning and engagement, we create a more inclusive society for all. Our 2024 grant cycle opens in October, so we encourage nonprofits that support our mission to apply and visit our website, nissanfoundation.com.
Still ahead, big baby news for Kourtney Kardashian and her husband Travis Barker. And trouble at the BET Awards, the problems Patti LaBelle was yelling about. Coming up, Lady T's going to break it all down for us when she spills the piping hot tea. Oh, get ready. It's time to spill the tea with the Lady Tea.
Hey, all right, hello, fellow tea sippers. This tea is piping hot. All right, let's start with Patti LaBelle. So Patti LaBelle's moment to honor the legendary Tina Turner at the BET Awards was a little bit awkward, kind of fell flat. She was yelling for the prompter and didn't know the words to the song. Many viewers were disappointed with the performance. Patti finally spoke out about it, saying, "I tried my best." I'm sure it was simply the best, right, Patti? Oh, shout out to Tina Turner lover. All right, other performers included Ice Spice and the group Migos reunited for a performance. Busta Rhymes was honored by BET with the Lifetime Achievement Award. His performance included reggae artists and then some of his own hits. JT from City Girls and her boo, Lil Uzi Vert, had some kind of seat mix-up. She threw a phone at him, so there was that. And Best New Female Rapper was awarded to Lotto. I quoted her song, Put It on the Floor, at the Capitol Emmys on Saturday. But congrats to all of them. And y'all, leave Patti alone. Mark, who could have done it better? I mean, it's Patti LaBelle.
I think we were talking off there. I think we have now voted Fantasia should have done it.
Fantasia, her, Jasmine Sullivan. You know, Patti has done so many of these tributes, to be honest.
And she just didn't know the song.
You know, I feel like they put her in a tough spot. Make that prompter work. A good prompter is hard to find.
And this show was hot. That show was hot garbage.
Yeah, anyway. It was pretty interesting. Anyway, all right, up next, you guys, surprise news about Rihanna. Rihanna, the singer, is stepping down as CEO of Savage Fenty.
No.
She said it's been beautiful to see the impact of the company and that this is just the beginning. Her statement also talks about expanding in ways that always connects with the consumer. Now, Rihanna will stay on as executive chair, but she has appointed Hillary Super as CEO. Super says she's thrilled about the role. She used to be the CEO of Anthropologie Group. That's another popular retail company. Rihanna spoke highly of her and said she will take the company to an even higher level. I think Rihanna, she needs some time to be a mommy. I think that's what this move was all about, to be honest. She's pregnant again. She's like, look, these kids, though, y'all, these kids is what she's trying to say to us.
M-O-M, not CEO.
Yeah, but she still has a say-so because she's executive chair. So, baby, she's still going to have a say-so. So go ahead, Rihanna. We support this, boo. Okay. All right, up next, because it's tea. Keeps pouring. All right, so more great news for Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. The couple had a unique gender reveal with their family. Kourtney and Travis, they had like a drum set, I guess. Anyway, Travis hit the cymbals. Blue streamers went up in the sky, so they will be having a baby boy. Then they went into their normal makeout session, which we've seen like a million times. Oh my gosh. She already has 3 kids with Scott Disick. He has 3 kids with his ex, and now, so they have like this blended family that's just growing into a more blended family. Anyway, congrats to them. What happened to like normal gender reveals where you just pop the balloon and like confetti falls? What happened to that?
Did she
we don't
give
do
it
that
away?
no more?
Didn't she give it away by having the blue outfit on?
Yeah, she had a blue outfit on too. There was already paint on them. That, don't get me started.
And he has blue tattoos on his head too. That was a clue.
I don't think the gender reveals are they're not what they used to be, honestly.
We never did them in my day.
We already knew. Okay, but congrats to them, honestly.
In my day, we didn't do them.
And and that day you found out with the stick, and that was it. You just told them, right?
That's right.
That was it. Mm-hmm. And then you dialed them on the phone like this. You dialed your baby daddy like this. All right, that's it for the tea for today. Now, y'all know what to do at home. Y'all got to go sit on all that tea.
Some wild weather out west. Strong winds are fueling the flames of Colorado wildfire. As meteorologist Jasmine Lomax shows us, the wind is pushing the smoke further out. Oh, Jasmine.
Oh, Mark, we are keeping close watch on this fire from Colorado. They had winds around 55 miles per hour, and that on top of temperatures in the 90s, that really created the perfect condition for a fire. And you can see all of the smoke in the background. It almost looks like a cloud, but certainly some poor air quality there. The Canadian wildfire is still going, and that's actually leading to even worse air quality in other parts of the country, including Michigan and Wisconsin. Here, it's much quieter, it's much calmer. We've got that better air quality. However, we have storms coming our way, and that happens a little bit later on this afternoon and evening, and that means it could impact your commute. 82 for the current temperature with mostly cloudy skies, and it is a tad bit humid. We've got temperatures mainly in the 70s and the 80s around the state, so already very warm right now. We're keeping track, though, of this cold front. That's going to be the next weather maker. As it continues to push east, we'll have an increased chance for showers and potential storms. Now, many parts of Maryland actually under a marginal risk. That's threat level 1 of 5 for strong to severe storms. The primary threats are damaging wind and also heavy rain. So make sure that if you are driving, that you are prepared and make sure to drive safely. As we head to about 2, 3 o'clock, we're talking a few showers and storms around the state. And then once we get to about 4, 5, 6, we're looking at some areas of heavy rain, and that's what could have impacts on the evening commute. Once we head into the night, rain becomes a little more spotty, and then after midnight, we stay mostly dry. It looks much better for Wednesday. We'll even have some more sunshine, good temperatures. After that, our rain chances stay pretty low until we get to the weekend. That's when we have the chance for a few showers and storms. The best chance for rain comes on Saturday, but another round of storms, unfortunately, on Sunday. 84 for the high today, followed by 84 and dry tomorrow. Upper 80s on Thursday and Friday. We continue with showers and storms over the weekend, and we stay in the upper 80s and low 90s heading into the following week. Back to you.
You watch her every night right here on Fox 45 News, but how well do you know Mary Bubala? Here's a look at her behind the scenes.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Bubala. Who am I? Oh, that's such an interesting question. I would say, number one, the most important thing is I'm a mother. I think I start every day in that space. I definitely become a journalist for part of my day.
Low 47, it's going to be cold out there. This is my next job.
And I'm in that space. I am somebody who's super interested in the world and the people around her. Hard work is the essence of why I've survived. I've been very lucky too. It's no surprise that I've had a roller coaster career, and I've had people who have shown me grace and love, and I think that's why I'm still doing what I'm doing, and I really like it. I am originally from the Midwest, the suburbs of Chicago. It's my hometown, but it's interesting that my adult life has been in Baltimore. I came to this city as a 23-year-old. And now I'm 53. And I don't think it's taboo anymore at all to talk about your age. I don't think it should be. I am not shy about it. I'm definitely going through some changes. There's some hot flashes happening on set. I'll always be real. I'll always be who I am, because I'm super serious on the news, but I also have a really fun, joyful side that I don't always get to show. Baltimore was a market that I think I had always looked at. When you're new to broadcasting, you know all the market sizes because you want to work your way up. When I landed in Baltimore, it was this feeling that I was home. The people of Baltimore embraced me right away, and it wasn't just those who knew me and that I was on TV. It was the lady at the bagel shop. Hiya, Juan. Hi, Juan. Same order as yesterday. It is the friendliest town. It felt like home, and it still does. And it is home, and that's where we've raised our boys, and we don't plan on leaving anytime soon. Some of my favorite places for sure, Oriole Park, Camden Yards, Ravens games. I'm a Ravens fan, and I'll tell you why. Ray Lewis. I was here through all of that. That cemented my place as a Ravens fan. I am proud to say my 2 sons are Ravens fans, even though their father is a Steelers fan. This is Mary Bubala, and this is my story.
Make sure to watch Mary and Kai Jackson every day here on Fox 45 News, and look for more behind-the-scenes segments in the future on Be More Lifestyle. There's a new debate about when to wear your deodorant. What you're saying about it coming up next. Most of us put on deodorant when we get ready in the morning, but there's now a new debate on whether you should put it on before bed. In the latest Twitter trend, users are debating the topic. Some say they put it on before bed to stay fresh, but others say you should let your skin breathe at night and only wear it in the morning. And we wanted you to tell it, when do you put on deodorant right now? Most of you are saying in the morning, all right? Great show lined up for tomorrow. A woman is sharing what she calls the secret to a happy marriage, and the living arrangement her and her husband have cooked up that's stirring up debate.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@FoxBaltimore.com.
And as always, thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow.